Hello guys, welcome to Salesforce Basics Session series. If you have not yet watched the previous series, please watch those. I have provided the link in the description section or go to my channel to view all the videos. Today we'll cover workflow, process builder, approval process, web to lead, and assignment rule. Let's get started with workflow. What is workflow? Why we need workflow? Workflow lets you automate process and save time. Suppose you have an account and the account rating is warm. If you want to send an email or create a task, or if you want to change a different field value called SLA, depending upon the rating field, then you don't need to do it manually. You can automate the process. There you can use workflow. So workflow will use to update a new field, to create a task, send an outbound message and send email. Let's see it in action. I'm already logged in into my org and I am in the setup homepage. You can navigate to setup homepage. Once you click on this gear icon and click on setup, you will land to this setup homepage. From the quick find box, type workflow. And under process automation, you will get workflow rules. If you select workflow rules, then you will get a page like this. You can select don't show me this page again, or you can just click on continue. So this is the page from where you can create a new workflow, or you can view all the existing workflow of your org. So I have already a workflow created for me, but I can create a new one as well. So I can create as many workflow as I want. So I can select object from this list. Suppose I have select account and then I need to click on next and provide a meaningful name. Now we have three evaluation criteria. One is created. What does that mean? So evaluation criteria means whenever your record, depending upon the selection, this workflow rule will get fired. So what evaluation rule criteria you selected depends upon that your workflow rule will fire. If you select created, then when a new record got created, only that time the workflow rule will fire. It will not fire on update. So if you select create and every time it's edited, then whenever you create a new record or whenever you update that record, this workflow rule will fire every time. Now the last one is created and anytime it's edited to subsequently meet the criteria. That means the workflow rule will fire when a new record got created or when it's edited, but not all the time. Suppose I have select my rating as warm and at that time in my rule criteria I have selected when my suppose my country equals to US. So when I select that one and when I updated one of my record country from Europe to from India to US, at that time this evaluation rule will fire. But on the same record, if I edit something else, some other fields, then this workflow rule will not got fired because this is not getting changed. My country is not getting changed. Now, if I change my country from US to India again, then this workflow rule will got fired. So that is the difference between time it's edited and time it's edited to subsequently meet the criteria. Okay, so now if I click on save and next, then I need to provide a meaningful name. So I need to select the criteria. I have selected the criteria, rule criteria I have selected. So now what action this workflow will do? So as I have told you that I can create a new task, I can send an email, I can update a field, or I can send an outbound message. Also, there is one thing called add time trigger. What does that mean? Suppose one of my account agreement will expire on after 1 month, but I want a trigger should be a trigger should be sent to the account owner 30 days before the agreement end date. So I can select this add time trigger. Add time trigger, you can select how many days and when this rule will fire, after or before. So after means suppose my SLA expiration date is today. From after 30 days from today's date or before 30 days from today's date, I want to fire this workflow. That depends on before and after. So once I created this one, it will be fired. And I can select, if I don't want to create a time trigger, then I can select any one of them, like new task, email. So I have already created a workflow rule and I have selected field update on that workflow rule. Now, please do not forget to activate that one because this is the main point. If it is not activated, then your workflow rule will not fire. So I just click on activate and my active checkbox will be checked. Now we'll see it in action. So in this rule criteria, what I have selected, if my account rating is equals to hot, then my field update will happen. What is the field update? Field update will be my account SLA will update it to platinum. Okay, so I am in this master account example in the account tab. I've selected this account. Now my rating is warm in this case. Okay. Now SLA is blank. Now I change this to hot. Okay. Now I click on save. Then my SLA should update it as platinum. So that is how it works. My SLA updated to platinum. So this is how workflow rule works. Now, if you created a workflow rule with time dependent flow, how to check whether that is working fine or not? Then from here, you can search with the workflow rule and search that one. If it is triggered and a record will be shown in the list, then you will able to know that your time dependent workflow action is working fine. So one key thing to remember regarding workflow is in workflow, you can traverse from you, you can traverse from child to parent, but you can't traverse from parent to child. What does that mean? That suppose I have a object that has master detail relationship with account. Now account is master and my custom object, suppose book, is child of account, then I can access the field from child, that is book, to account. I can access the record of account from my book object in workflow. But from account object, I cannot go to the book record in workflow. So that means I cannot traverse from parent to child, but I can traverse from child to parent. That is the key thing to remember in case of workflow. Now moving to Process Builder. Process Builder is more powerful than workflow. It is also used to configure processes to do it automatically. We can use Process Builder for different action. It supports three types of process for automation. So if we click on New and we provide a meaningful name, so we'll able to see three types of process. One is whenever a record changes, that is whenever we create or edit an record. Whenever a platform event message is received, then also we can fire our process builder processes. And the third one is invoked by another process. That is, we create a invocable process that will be fired when any another process got fired. So this is the three types of process that we have. We'll select the first one and click on Save. So in using Process Builder, we can create any record of any type. In Process Builder, we can traverse from parent to child as well. That is not available in case of workflow. In Process Builder, we can fire an approval process, we can post to a chatter, and many more things we can do in Process Builder. So first thing first, we need to select an object. So I select account. So here also you will get when you want to fire this Process Builder, when a record is created or when a record is created or edited. So I select the first one, and then we need to add the criteria. The Process Builder fire, but when the action that we're going to select, when this action will be fired. So for that one, we can add a criteria. So we can provide a meaningful name for this criteria. And you can select conditions are met. No criteria also you can select, but in many cases we don't select this one because we have a condition when we want to fire our Process Builder. Or formula evaluates to true. So when when we select condition are met, we can find a field, operator, type, and value. We can select all those things. Okay. So suppose I'm selecting okay. Now I click on save and I can select immediate action like this. Whether I want to create a record or I want to update the record, submit for approval, many things I can do. And also I can invoke an Apex method from this Apex class from this Process Builder as well. So it's a powerful tool that we can use to automate our process, and we got out of the box lot of function. And Process Builder works like an if-else-if condition, like update records. I provide update SLA, can select. So select the account record that started your process. You can select this one. and then find a field that needs to be updated. Suppose I select SLA gold. I can save this one. Okay, here also we can have schedule action. So in case of workflow, what we have seen, it's only one if. But in case of process builder, if it works as if, else if, else if. So we can add criteria and we can set different action depending upon our criteria. So it works at if, else if, like this. So this is how a process builder works, and you need to click on activate, same as workflow, to activate this work process builder, so that whenever we want to fire a process builder, if we want to fire this process builder, then it should work. If we click on active, it will work. If you forget to click on active and it is not activated, then your process builder will not work. Process Builder does not support outbound message, the option that we got in workflow rule. So in this case, workflow rule works better for your outbound message. Now coming to approval process. What is approval process and why we require approval process? When you require approval process, suppose you want to provide a discount for a product when you want to sell that product. Now, if the discount is less than 40%, no problem. But as per your sales process, if the discount is more than 40%, then it needs your sales manager approval. Now, you can automate this process. You don't need to send an email and got an approval from your sales manager. Rather, you can create an approval process and you can set the criteria, and Salesforce will send the email and notification to your sales manager that this product has an 50% discount or 60% discount. Do you want to approve this one or reject this one? So your manager can log in into Salesforce and approve or reject, or from email itself you can just reply approved or rejected, and bingo, in Salesforce your record, your account, your product discount is approved or rejected. That is how approval process works in Salesforce. So you can create an approval process or you can navigate to approval process by type your approval process in quick find box in your setup home page, and you can navigate to approval process. So you will get approval process under process automation. You click on this approval process, you will be on this home page. Suppose I click on approval process, I will be on this home page. Now from this list, you can select on which object you required your approval process. So all of the object is available in this list. You just need to select this one and you just need to create an approval process. Use jump start wizard if it's a very simple approval process, if you want to start with this very simple approval process. But if you want a complex approval process and you need to specify some more step, then please select standard setup wizard. In this standard setup wizard, you get more option to set up. So we'll select jump start wizard, and here you need to provide a meaningful name, approval assigned email template. When this approval will fire, you can select criteria are met You can select the field and provide the value, or you can use the formula evaluation as well. Now you can select the approver also. So whether whoever submit the approval process, whether that submitter will able to choose that one, or you don't want to give them this manual access. You just want that manager will approve that one for all the user manager, or you can create custom user fields and then you can select that from here as well. Or you want that it will specifically go to 3 or 4 people, that you can also do it from here. You just select the username. You can add row as well. If you want more than 2 or 3 user, you can add row as well here. And you can select that only one approver, if one approver approve that one, that will be sufficient, or all of the approvers need to be approve that request, then only the record get approved. You can also select that one. So that is how you can create a approval process, and you can seamlessly use this approval process in Salesforce. Now we'll go to our next topic, that is web to lead or web to case. So web to lead is you want to generate lead or you want to create case automatically from your company website. Whenever a new user visit your website and logged and create a profile in your website, you just want to create a lead in Salesforce based upon that user self registration. So you can do that using web to lead. So how to do that one? To create web to lead, in the quick find box type web to lead. Under marketing you will get web to lead, and under service you will get web to case. And you will get a form like this, a window page like this. You can edit it to enable this reCAPTCHA verification, or you can keep it as it is and you can click on create web to lead form. Here you need to select what fields is required in that form. So you can select that field as well, first name, last name, anything you can choose from this one, country, anything you can choose from this one, and what is the URL after they submit this form, in which page, like a thank you page or your product or your product list page, product catalog page you want to navigate to, that one you can provide it in the return URL. And once you click on generate, suppose, okay, and I click on generate, so it will provide a HTML page like this to you, and you give this to your company website administrator and ask him or her to paste this particular form into their website where they where they given that self registration form, and from there if they append this text there, then you will started to receive lead from your website. So it's very easy. It does not require any coding experience for that one from Salesforce end. It's just you need to provide this to your website administrator and he will do rest of the things. So that is how you can create web to lead or web to case in Salesforce. Now, once the lead is created, once the case is created in Salesforce, what next? You need to work on that, right? Right people need to nurture your lead or take care of your case. How can you do that one? There comes assignment rule. Suppose you have created your website generate 100 of leads or 100 of case every day, but those 100 of leads and those 100 of cases need to be attended by your support team or your marketing team. That you can do via assignment rule. You can create assignment rule. You go to the quick find box, type here lead assignment rule, and you can get lead assignment rule. Once you select lead assignment rule, you will be on this page. Under marketing, you will get lead assignment rule. So if you click on new, you will get different criteria, and depending upon the criteria, you can select a owner for that particular rule. So suppose I have select this one. Okay. Now from rule entry criteria, I can provide the criteria. So I can provide a meaningful name, and I can provide a particular criteria here, like city is New York. Okay. And then I want to assign it to a particular user, or I can use queue as well. Okay. So from here, I can able to assign a particular lead depending upon some of the key feature to a particular user. I can create more than one rule entries. Rule entries I can create within a particular lead assignment rule as many as I want. But I can create only one lead assignment rule as active. I can create as many rule as I want. Suppose this is one of my rule, this is another rule, but at a time only one assignment rule can be active in your org. So be very careful when you create a new lead assignment rule and you want to active that one. Please make sure the old one, whatever there in the old assignment rule, you have covered all them in your new one. So please be cautious about that one. So that is all about lead assignment rule, and it's same, the case assignment rule is also same like lead assignment rule. So that is all for today's session. That is all we have for today. Some key points to remember is workflow can traverse from child to parent. Process builder can traverse from child to parent and parent to child as well. Outbound message is supported in workflow rule only. And one assignment rule can be active at a time in a org. So our next session, next series will contains escalation rule and entitlement rule. Please keep an eye on the channel to get details about escalation and entitlement rule. Hope you enjoy this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and please click on that bell icon. Hope you really enjoy my video. Thank you for watching my video.